to the Businews. I am Alfonso Santinello. We have the one and only Corey Veteramo, as always. For now, you've been on a really good streak.
I know.
I have to...
Except I won't be here next week.
Well, since you won't be here, then I won't be here. And we have first-time roundtable guest,
Yes.
second-time guest, Leanne from Skin Catering. Leanne, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
And we have some good topics, and I gotta admit, I have some fun ones to pick because I knew you have a nice little personality here, so it'll be kind of good to see what she says on those topics. But first up, TD Bank gives a man counterfeit money and then refuses to exchange it. William Hangman, 68 of Morris Plains, New Jersey, withdrew $2,500 from his account from TD Bank in February. He went to Bank of America to deposit and find out one of the $100 bills from the $2,500 was counterfeit. Went to TD Bank and they wouldn't refuse the things against the bank's policy. He locked the bank, which I understand, but I mean, 68 years old, it's kind of hard to be criminal at 68. It's not like you can move fast.
He could be a professional by this time.
Right, exactly.
Well, I mean, I think it's
perfected his
He's
game
retired now.
yeah. But I mean, he ended up closing his TD account, TD Bank account, saying they treated him horribly. He's, you know, telling all his friends if you withdraw money from TD Bank to check to see if they're all valid bills. And all, I was just
He said that each bill should be scanned before you leave.
Yeah, which I think to a certain amount they do that if it's a large amount of money they're giving you, but I don't think they do it for even for like $1,000 or $2,000 depending on the bank.
Well, when I go to the bank and deposit money, they're always checking it, so that was kind of weird.
Well, I think because when you deposit money into the bank, they check it, but when they're giving it out, they don't necessarily check it because it stays in bank most of the time.
Apparently not. I don't know. I don't go to the bank that often to take out $2,500.
That's what the ATM is for, right? We just use the card all the time. Cash, what's that?
Yeah. Well, they were saying that it's a growing problem that this counterfeit money enters the money supply all the time, and then it's only a matter of time that everybody plays the quarter hot potato until somebody actually gets stuck with it. So, I mean, I didn't realize that it was such a problem, but they were saying that it's doubled in the U.S. from 103 million to 261 million over the recent 3-year period. So
wow.
That's crazy that there's that much money out there. It's not like a couple $1,000s.
The fake money rolling around. We should make our own money.
We should make our own money.
Didn't you bring something?
I did. I figured this story, it's like the moral of the story, if your money comes on a tear-off pad, then it's a sign it might be counterfeit. Yeah. But
what's the biggest bill you got there?
A 20. I used the hundreds at the bank the other day.
That's all right. I'll go to Capri Pizza. They accept anything I give them. So. Next up, Disney to stop junk food ads on their TV program. So Disney, they have the Disney Channel, but they also own ABC, ABC Family. There's a Disney XD. Disney owns a crap load of channels. It's not just the Disney Channel. Mm-hmm. So they'll stop accepting some junk food ads on TV programs, their radio shows, and their websites, all aimed towards children. They're saying that
so they'll still be on there for us 3 a.m. shoppers.
Exactly.
Well, they were saying that junk food marketing is contributing to child obesity, and so what Disney feels is that the emotion. Really?
Sure, it was.
Yeah, no, it really was. But
do you want to start over?
No, it's okay. Just keep
okay. And I also like what they said that the emotional connection that kids have to the characters and the stories on the Disney shows.
Yeah.
It lends them the opportunity to inspire them and encourage them to eat better and make better choices.
My theory on the whole Disney stopping the junk food thing, as you can imagine, it's a good one. My theory is that they're stopping the junk food ads so they can bump up all of the advertising that skews all little girls' self-esteem, because we all want to be pretty princesses.
Yes.
So it'll give them more advertising space to mess with their self-esteem and their self-image.
It totally does. And who's to say, I didn't look up what the minimum nutrition requirements are, but just because you slap the word organic or natural on a label doesn't necessarily mean that it is.
Yeah.
So who is setting the requirements, and is Disney going to abide by those requirements? I don't know.
Disney, I got $20 for you. Let's
and you're right. What is going to fill that space?
Right. I did see on there that I think last year they stopped allowing people to use the Disney images though, unless they passed certain.
Like Mickey and Donald and like those, yeah.
So I mean, I guess that was in a step in the right direction. They can't use the logos, although can't use the NFL logos either. Oh, are we not supposed to say that?
No.
Well, my company actually stopped doing co-promotions with like McDonald's and Burger King and things like way back when. Sugared cereals. We just stopped doing it with food altogether, just because you don't want to have that bad brand connotation.
Yeah.
So I think that it's a good move for Disney. But I am a little concerned about what is going to fill that space. I mean, there's so many like toys out there that are manipulating the minds of children that the sugary foods are the least of their worries.
Well, what if you start seeing like Apple or Dell or whatever going into those ad spaces, and you can now buy a Disney slap cover for your iPhone or your iPad for only $600? No big deal.
I want it, mommy.
I'd rather give him a juice box.
Yeah.
Shut up. Not that I have any children, but if I did.
Nike and Microsoft team up. Nike announced Nike Plus Connect training for Xbox 360 during Microsoft's E3 press conference. So basically, it's a custom training program that's designed to help users, whatever their fitness level, so pretty much skinny to fat, and reach their goals in the comfort of their own homes. So pretty much, isn't that what they did before?
I think it was with the Wii Fit board.
Oh, okay.
Not with
Same thing.
Connect is new, and I don't think that they have any partnerships like this. They maybe have like workout videos out there right now, but like Jillian Michaels, I think she has that might be for Wii too. I'm not quite sure.
What I really want though is I want Chelsea Handler and V1 Vodka to team up and make a video drinking game. I think.
Do you know that? That's what I thought. Beer pong would be a really great Connect game. I mean, that way you don't have to play by yourself. You can play with the computer.
Or you can connect online with millions of viewers, and it's always 5 o'clock somewhere at that point.
That is true. This is genius. We should just. I'll see you later. We're gonna go team up with Microsoft.
So I'll do the show by myself. So they're using the Kinect motion sensor technology. Virtual personal trainers can assess a user's physical prowess. So there's like real-time motivation speakers there. So there's gonna be a trainer in the video telling you you're doing good, or speed up, or stop slacking, or whatever.
You gotta toss the beer pong thing harder, further.
Rack 'em.
So they're saying, I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical with this. I mean, so now Nike, okay, they're teaming up fitness, great. So obviously you're gonna start seeing Nike advertising in there, product-wise, and putting.
Wonder if there's gonna be junk food ads? No.
No.
No, probably not. Not with this one.
No. So I mean, I think it's more so Nike is going into doing this because it is a physical activity.
Are they gonna just do it?
They're gonna just do it.
They're just gonna do it.
Well, I think it's because they're getting into it because it's gonna get their name into an atmosphere of people working out at home, because then they'll see like attire and buy stuff that Nike's sponsored through the event.
Mm-hmm. Well, good for them. I mean, why not? I think it's kind of a fad, personally. I mean, I have my Wii Fit board out on Craigslist for $50 if there's any takers out there. That didn't really work out for me.
We're not advertising for you here. But if you want to advertise for the show.
I have to dust off my treadmill, my coat rack.
Yeah, the ironing
and
coat rack.
Pull the Wii Fit board out from underneath.
Yeah, see, I never did anything at home. I have gym memberships, I've done trainers, but I mean, if the only thing I do at home is... No, I don't do nothing at home.
Yeah. Eat sugary snacks and watch Disney.
Like, I went to the gym.
She wants to be a pretty, pretty princess.
How did you know? Who told you?
So. Just the shoes.
All right, so last up, Starbucks buys a San Fran bakery chain for $100 million.
That's a lot of dough.
Pun intended. So Starbucks in the past few years have been trying to improve the quality of their food. I mean, obviously they had good coffee, but their food wasn't up to par. So basically, recently they bought a juice brand called Evolution Fresh, and they just purchased an artisan bakery chain called La Boulange.
Boulanger, I think.
La Boulange, because the guy started it as French, and actually Starbucks has hired the guy who founded it. He doesn't work there anymore. He was actually in France, and Starbucks hired him, brought him back to work on the food.
He was tossing the dough there. Al's looking for a job too.
Yeah.
Do the pizza for us.
I think this is a smart move. I mean, normally you see tech companies and startups buying other companies, not necessarily food or restaurant chains or anything
Things
like
that
that.
actually make sense for them to get into.
Yeah, why I feel like Starbucks now feels trendy because of a lot. I mean, this is technically it's only Bay Area, like California, but there's 19 stores, so it is well known. It is a mini chain within its area. So I think you're gonna start seeing a lot of Starbucks going out and try to, instead of playing with competitors, just buy them out.
Mm-hmm. Well, what they're saying is that Starbucks is trying to grow within the grocery industry, and this company actually sells their products to like hotels
Gourmet
and restaurants.
shops.
Yeah, so it just
they're trying to get more in a grocery aisle per se.
right.
They also mentioned in the article, Starbucks, they are trying to keep the portion sizes, like a real portion size, being health conscious. So I think it's just
So those big chocolate
they're gonna
cakes aren't going to be.
smaller portions, bigger prices.
Yes, right.
I see what's happening.
Can I get a double macchiato chocolate fudge frosting cake, please? Like they're going to add all these twisted names, so like a brownie. Well, the thing is,
And I'll buy it.
What?
And I'll buy it.
Sounds fancy.
But the thing is, they're going to keep the name of the company, the bakery. They're not going to be converted it to Starbucks. So they're going to sell everything under the same name. It's just going to be a Starbucks company. Mm-hmm. So now you're going to see this company that's from California. It's pretty much going to start hitting the whole U.S. So the name of that company is going to get big. I just see Starbucks going out and buying more companies that are locally changed throughout the U.S., not just the Bay Area.
Look out, Bernardino's Bakery.
I know. What are you gonna do? It says 1.5 billion in revenues.
Yeah.
I mean,
But is it real revenue?
I don't know.
So that's all we have the time for today. We're gonna go and print our own Businews money. And Leanne, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back with Loretta and Sean from their Springfield Tornadoes book, and we'll be right back. And welcome back. I am here with Sean and Loretta, the co-authors of Springfield Tornado Stories from the Heart. Guys, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
So this all originally kind of came from the Facebook page that was started after the tornado came.
Yeah, it started June 2nd when I put out a word that people send in photos and stuff that that have been involved in the tornado to keep people away from the damage, let the cleanup crews do their job without anybody getting hurt.
So how did that evolve into the book?
It expanded into people asking if they can share their stories, so I encourage people to try to help each other through the page, and they started sharing stories on top of that and sending in more photos with their stories, and then I put out a word. I was looking for a writer, and Loretta answered.
So what made you want to get involved with this?
A couple of different reasons. I have background in disaster relief. I'm an emergency room nurse, and I think it's important for people to talk about disaster after it happens. And when he said he wants to share the stories, what better way to help people heal than to share their stories with other people?
Mm-hmm. Now, how many submissions did you guys get once you were?
I can't even count.
I want to
At
say.
least 40 maybe.
Then you got 40 or 50, whittled it down to probably 25 or 30, and then I whittled it down to about 20.
So there's about 20 different stories in this book. So how did you choose? How did you whittle down who the story should be shared?
That wasn't easy.
No, that was a tough choice. It was kind of length and content for relevance, and we tried to keep it all connected in some way. So if there was a connection from story to story, that's how we chose.
Okay, great. So what's one key thing people should know about if they're looking? Okay, first off, where can they get this book?
You can buy the book at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or on our website that our publisher has at AuthorMikeInc.com. And also there's a direct link on
SpringfieldTornadoes.com.
that you can, it'll take you right to the order page.
Okay, and if you look underneath the episode, we'll put up a link for you guys to watch it too. So why should, if someone wanted to purchase the book, what's the biggest thing they should know about purchasing the book?
That you should probably have a box of tissues as you're reading it.
That's true.
Many of the stories are very moving. They're very, one of my goals when interviewing people and putting together the stories was to pull out the very heart of the story and the emotion and what it felt like. And I think you see a side of it that is missed in the news. You see a side of it that the media overlooks, it's the emotional side.
It's all about Springfield Tornadoes, stories from the heart. Make sure you pick it up. Like Loretta said, get a box of tissues and be prepared. Is there anything else you want to tell the viewers about the book?
There's all sorts of different things. There's a child in there. There's a child story in there. She's 9. Her name's Jennifer. Her story's in there. There are backgrounds of paramedics in there, the ones that had to be the first responders. Those are some of the ones that I really am interested in because I'm an emergency room nurse. And I wanted to give people a different perspective on disaster response. And anything else?
No, that pretty much sums up what I was thinking too.
Guys, thank you so much for coming
Thank you
on.
for having us.
And thanks for watching. Again, if there's a link under the video, check out the website, and if you're interested, please purchase the book. And we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.
Bye.